Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Yixue. Welcome back to our Meditate with Me series, Season 1, Episode 8, I think, which is also the day 2 of week 3. So we're already way halfway through, and I'm so happy that you're still here. So for today's meditation, we're going to do a forgiveness meditation, because I find it fitting after yesterday we did the loving kindness meditation, and they go hand in hand, you will see, because forgiveness meditation also really helps you to unblock it for loving kindness feeling to flow, which is a really nice thing to do. I will also drop a link about more details of forgiveness meditation, but for our sampler today, we'll do a simple version of the forgiveness meditation, and you can just follow my guidance and my voice. So it's very simple. The forgiveness meditation I learned from the meditation retreat I go every year by Bhante Vimala Ramsey, and I will add a small twist that I find very helpful. So if you have whatever practice that you're already doing that have this warm and loving, forgiving feeling, tune into that feeling. And sometimes it could be helpful. For example, I do a practice called Letters from Love. This is a two-way prayer. So if you are connected with unconditional love, you can tap into that feeling. Or for some people, you already have some, beliefs, whatever. You can even picture Jesus or Allah, whatever, or the universe or God, whatever speaks to you. So to help you tune into that feeling, or just your spiritual guide, or just a golden light, whatever it is. If you have something that can help you tune into that forgiveness feeling, that would be a very good starting point to invoke that feeling. So this is again a lifelong practice. There's always something that arises that we can forgive, and hopefully this practice can help you relieve some blockages that you have. And also, it's not just a formal sitting meditation. You can do that throughout your life. Whatever something arises, you can forgive the situation right here for when you notice there's tightness and tension in your head. So it's a very, very practical meditation that you can do both on the cushion and off the cushion. It's very, very powerful, and you can come back over and over again to repeat the process. People have reported very transformative changes when they keep doing the forgiveness meditation. And if, for example, if in the sitting you have tears coming up or whatever, that is very normal, and it's a good thing. It's really a release meditation, and we love that. All right. So our singing bowl is back. So let me just do this so we can come back to this present moment to settle in before our meditation starts. This is to calm our mind, to come back to this space. And here's the instruction for today's meditation. The phrase we generally like to use to start is, I forgive myself for not understanding. And this should not be a belittling feeling that, oh, I'm so stupid, I'm so dumb, I don't understand. It's not that. It's simply plain and simple for not understanding. I don't know if you have heard of this phrase, this quote from Marie Curie, which is a female scientist, very famous. I think she also won Nobel Prize for discovering new elements, and her husband is also a scientist. So she has a quote that says, there's nothing that is to be feared. It is only to be understood. So if we understand more, then there's nothing to fear, which is consistent I forgive myself for not understanding, because there's so much in this life that we just simply don't understand. And understanding is really the first step without fear and, letting go of whatever grudges you hold. This is nothing like woo-woo. It's really concrete. For example, let's say somebody says something really harsh to me and I hate that. And you can simply forgive that. The reason they said something is because they don't understand how by saying something you hurt someone, it has a ripple effect. Just like loving kindness has ripple effect as well, right? And they may regret it later, and they may not even sleep well. And maybe 20 years later, when they are meditating, the situation suddenly occurs that, oh, I said something harsh to Yixue that I shouldn't have said, right? And that even hinders their meditation 20 years later, right? So simply forgive that because they don't understand. And for the same situation, if I want a revenge at this person because they said so and so, then that's simply because I don't understand the situation, right? Because again, then I fell into the exact same trap that it might hinder my practice of meditation, maybe even the next day. And it make me keep thinking about this, draining my mental energy, which is considered as a very expensive currency, your mental energy, because, resources are very precious, for a human being. And you waste time on thinking about those things, like why? Don't you think it's a waste of time? So if you really want a revenge, it's simply because you don't understand that it can cause you pain, even now and later on, and even come back at you, right? So, and another perspective that you don't, because there's just so much we don't understand. And another perspective that we don't understand in this situation could be, we don't know, maybe that person just had a very, very tough situation that day. They said something harsh to you that has nothing to do with you. Okay, it's really on them because of their life. They went through something really, really sad and they're just lashing out. They didn't even mean to say those things, right? This is also something we don't understand. If you want to take it even further, it's possible if you have, let's say, God's eye view of this person's entire life, maybe this is from their childhood, growing up, whatever it is, they simply don't have a better choice they never learn how to not say something harsh, for example, right? So if you grew up in the exact same environment, had the exact same gene or whatever, everything is the same as that person, maybe that's the best they could do at that moment. Just say something harsh instead of beating you up. Right? Maybe they're already doing so great given whatever that's happened to them at that moment. It's just simply so much we don't understand. And that's why this is a very plain and simple phrase. I forgive myself for not understanding. We leave it open. You don't even need to know what you don't understand. How could you know if you don't understand? How do you know what you don't understand, right? It's kind of like unconscious incompetence, but it is okay. That's just life. We could not understand everything all the time. So that's how we grow, right? Which is a great thing. So we acknowledge that we forgive ourselves for that, and that actually will cultivate more understanding towards ourselves and the whole world and whatever situation it is. It softens and softens. It's really like a magical. Yeah, just understanding this one simple thing, I have so much to say. It's really cool. You know how sometimes I feel one way I can measure my quote-unquote progress is simply seeing how frequent I recognize that I was wrong and I'm determined to make a change. So if, I don't know, months pass by, I never noticed anything I did wrong and I didn't make any changes, I'm like, maybe I need to, reflect more, because it's a constant process. It's a lifelong journey. But anyway, we're on this journey already on autopilot, and we're always understanding more and more. And be patient with yourself. So that is a feeling we want to have. Just be with that phrase. I forgive myself for not understanding. Leave it open, and no beating yourself up or whatever. Simply not understanding. Yeah, we're human. Just at this moment, there are things we don't understand. That's why we forgive ourselves for not understanding and causing ourselves pain to ourselves and to others. And same for other people. So when you're doing this with that forgiveness, healing feeling, and if something comes up, could be a person, could be a situation, you do the same thing. I forgive you for not understanding, or I forgive the situation for not understanding. And you can even look at this other person in their eyes to genuinely say that. And it is okay if you feel, I don't want to forgive you. That is fine. Forgive yourself for not forgiving that person first try. Okay, it's all about the forgiveness. Forgive everything. Just do the best you can, and forgive when you cannot forgive. just like that, it will soften and soften. Eventually, let's say one person you cannot forgive, eventually it gets easier and easier, and they may look at you back in the eyes and forgive you and even smile at you as well, and you never show up again. And if that happens, don't worry about bringing them up again. To forgive them, they'll come up on their own. Trust me, if it needs more forgiveness, it will come back at you in your mind. Isn't that cool? It is automatic, and automatic training, personalized training ground for you to practice forgiveness. Yeah, so effortless. They will always come back. And when you're done with them, they're just going to be gone. So yeah, super simple. This out of your control. All you need to do is whatever comes up, you forgive. And you can even change the phrase to whatever speaks to you. But the core theme is just to forgive. But I recommend stay with the same phrase until it loses its steam, then change to something different. And after the meditation in daily life, you can do the exact same thing to forgive whatever arises that causes you pain, right? And that is why you can see this is a simulation in meditation, but it's actually for life. So meditation and life is exactly the same thing. All right. And as I mentioned, if you have some forgiveness power you can tune into to picture the light or God or whatever, that if that's helpful, you can always bring up that. That picture will help you generate this loving, forgiving feeling. So actually, Jesus teaches forgiveness a lot. I'm not religious, but I'm just saying, but Jesus is pretty cool. He has very good teachings on forgiveness, So if that speaks to you, that would be a very good power to tune into, to picture that just forgives everything, right? Anyway, that is enough for today's instruction. We start with I forgive myself for not understanding, and then whatever arises, you forgive that or this other person for not understanding as well. It's that simple. We just keep doing it over and over again, and you forgive and relax and repeat. All right. Shall we begin? Let me bookmark this beginning. Okay. All right, let's take a deep breath in. And out. Another breath in. And out. And set an intention for yourself. You're beginning to soften your mind and let go of your pain. And you are on this beautiful journey of forgiveness. When I ring the bell, we'll gently close our eyes together. Find a comfortable position. and sit still for this forgiveness meditation. And tune into that forgiveness power, that loving, forgiving feeling, the light, the universe, whatever you want to call it. And put on a beautiful smile on your face. Set a determination. We are here to forgive. We are here to begin to understand. And we are doing great. It is perfect just as it is. We are exactly where we should be. Let's take a deep breath in. And out. Another breath in. And out. One last one together. In. And slowly breathe out. Relax your shoulders, your legs, your head and the neck, and your mind. It's a chill exercise, and we are here to forgive. With that forgiving feeling, send us wishes and repeat that phrase. I forgive myself for not understanding. I forgive myself for not understanding. I forgive myself for not understanding. Leave it open. No need to know what you don't understand. It will arise on its own. Whatever arises, simply forgive that and relax and come back to forgive yourself for not understanding. Just repeat the process to see its magic at its own course. Soften and soften. We are beginning to understand more and more, so that we are fearing less and less. We are ready to forgive and let go for our own sake, for our own well-being. For our own evolution. For our beautiful journey. I forgive myself for not understanding. I forgive myself for not understanding. I forgive myself for not understanding. Now I will allow you some moments to watch your own personalized movie in your meditation to see what arises and forgive that. Remember, no judgment, no discrimination. We are here to forgive everything. Even when you're distracted, forgive that. When you can't forgive, forgive that. When something bothers you, forgive that. Come back. I forgive myself for not understanding. It's that simple. Enjoy your personalized forgiveness movie. I'm here with you together. If the mind is distracted, it's okay. Just come back to forgiveness. Forgive that distraction and relax. Don't make any stories about it. No need to ponder what to do or not. You only have one simple task, that is to forgive, and that is enough. It's more powerful than you think. Just forgive and be patient and observe. I forgive myself for not understanding. I forgive you for not understanding. I am in the process of forgiving and letting go, and I'm patient to repeat this over and over again until there's nothing to forgive. I have no judgment or discrimination on anything that arises. Everything goes. I forgive you all. Enjoy that power of forgiveness. Just be with it. This is a gentle, loving, warm, open, and comforting feeling. Very neutral, without comparison mind. Just like when you forgive yourself for not understanding, there's no belittling at all. Simply forgive for not understanding. And when you forgive others for not understanding, there's no pride in that either. Like, I know it better than you. No comparison. Plain and simple. Just a neutral, forgiving power. It's all equal. It's all the same. Forgive everything. Forgive yourself is forgiving others. Forgiving others is forgiving yourself. There's no comparison. Just enjoy that healing of forgiveness. The person or the situation that arises over and over again will be softened more and more. Every time you forgive, it has a cumulative effect, and they will feel it eventually. There's no physical action needed. Just the intention is enough. And forgive yourself when you're not forgiving. It all adds up, all this wonderful practice, little by little. You are letting go your pain to see your true nature, the beauty, the perfection of it, just the way you are. Forgive everything that arises. If your timer is up, feel free to break your sitting. There's no competition here. We are simply sitting for however long, depending on the conditions in life, such as whether you have a busy schedule today or not. So there's no comparison at all. But remember to take the forgiveness practice with you throughout the day. It's a powerful tool. Forgive any situation and anyone, including yourself, throughout the day. No difference than what you did in the meditation. If you wish to practice more in a formal setting, I'm here with you. Just keep going. You are on the right track. You cannot do this wrong. Every intention counts, including the intention to practice. I forgive myself for not understanding. I forgive you for not understanding. Just see what arises in this personalized forgiveness movie. If you feel hurt and there's someone coming over and over again, and you have a hard time to forgive and feel hurt by them, it's okay. Forgive them for not understanding, and forgive yourself for not understanding them. Give yourself some credit for even the teeny tiny bit of intention to forgive them, even though it's hard. You have come a very long way. We are very grateful for our practice, for coming across our practice. Thinking about that person who has hurt you. They are suffering, just like you, and maybe even more so. They may not have come across the healing journey for themselves yet, and they're simply lashing out. Forgive them for not understanding, and see their struggle. See them trying. Forgive them for hurting you, since they don't understand, but they will someday. We are patient. We have all the time in the world. It's timeless. Thank yourself for the intention to forgive them. You are doing great, and be patient. We have all the time to forgive. There's no rush. Forgive yourself for feeling hurt. Forgive them for hurting you. Forgive them for not understanding. Forgive yourself for not understanding. With more practice, loving kindness and compassion will naturally arise towards that person. What they did is simply a reflection of their immense suffering. Forgive them. Wish them happy. Wish them not hurt themselves. Wish them not hurt anyone else. Wish no one else will experience the hurtful feeling that you have experienced. That's just the beginning of a forgiveness journey. They may not be as fortunate as you to come across the teachings and the practice. They don't know what to do. They don't have a healthier tool to cope with the suffering. But now we know it's simply a natural process. Just forgive. So much we don't understand, and that's okay. That's the fun part in life. We slowly understand more and more. We're on the right track. Just forgive for not understanding. And send best wishes for mutual understanding. All conflicts are caused by misunderstanding. Words are so limited and can often cause misunderstanding. But we are doing our best with what we have. Forgive yourself for not understanding. Forgive others for not understanding. Coming back to that forgiveness feeling, that warm, loving, open, forgiving, comfort feeling. You are forgiven. Whatever happened in the past is in the past. The best you can do is to set your intention and determination from now to forgive and practice for yourself and others. It has a ripple effect. You are changing the world literally by your practice, little by little. Be with that feeling for the last few moments in our meditation. You can always come back to the mental image or word that speaks to you to invoke that feeling. Such as the magnificent golden light, or the universe, or simply grace. Love, God, whatever speaks to you. See the forgiveness power expanding effortlessly, overflowing through you, expanding to your surroundings and the world. It's all in motion to heal whoever needs to be healed. You just started your work and you'll see magic happening. As you practice over and over again, you will be able to forgive everything. They'll smile back at you for mutual understanding. As we are coming to a close, let's enjoy that feeling and know it's working. And take a deep breath in. Hold that feeling in you. And let it out into the world with our best intentions to heal and forgive. It's set in motion, autopilot, effortlessly. One last deep breath in. Gently let it out. Coming back to your smile to close. And when you're ready, move your fingers and toes and slowly open your eyes when you're ready. Move a little bit, coming back to this reality. That is very nice, isn't it? Forgiveness is a very, very powerful practice that you can take it with you wherever you go. And not only it's powerful, it's also very, very versatile. So for example, in daily life, forgiveness is just so helpful. Like today, I will actually have a paper notification coming into my email. I haven't opened it yet. But for those of you who are in academia, you know the running joke of reviewer number 2, which is a great opportunity to practice forgiveness. So yeah, you can simply forgive reviewer number 2 for not understanding, right? They don't understand. They don't understand your paper, and they don't understand the suffering they are causing for the authors of the paper and for themselves. For example, they don't understand. Usually the other reviewers can see the reviewer's name. They don't understand that can hinder their reputation in the community. And they don't understand maybe later on when they receive a bad review, how much suffering it's causing them, right? So then at that moment, they may realize, oh, I should not write a review like that. Whatever it is, and it may hinder their meditation again 20 years later, whatever it is when they come across the meditation practice. So that would be, one opportunity for forgiveness. It's literally everything you can forgive. And you will be surprised once your mindfulness is turned on, you will be surprised how many situations in life or even in your thought that you could practice forgiveness, which is a great thing. And as you practice more and more, it really softens and has magical power. It's not uncommon to hear that people practice this a lot, and eventually someone that hurt them badly will eventually go away in their meditation. They don't pop up anymore, and they may even smile at you, right? And even in real life, after this profound practice, some people actually receive apologies from this other person, maybe hurt them even 10 years ago or whatever it is. It could happen, but you don't need to expect things like this to happen, because everybody's situation is different. And also, there's no need for you to force forgiveness. It's all natural, very gentle. And if you cannot forgive, just forgive for not forgiving, as I mentioned. It's totally fine. It's part of the natural process. If you force your forgiveness, like, someone that did something really bad to you and they're wrong, you don't have to just suddenly decide I have to love them and give them a hug. There's no actions needed from you. Don't underestimate the inner work you do in your meditation and all these intentions that you're doing. It even does more than if you give someone a hug when you are actually forcing the hug. It's not worth it. You don't need to do that, absolutely. But just, as you practice, be open and be in receiving mode and in acceptance. And then maybe some apologies will come back at you, that for people who have hurt you. And you may start wanting to apologize to some other people too, right? If that's natural and genuine, go ahead and do that. Everything that's guided by intuition, when you're really calm and peaceful, usually it's very good, guided action that you can do. But, don't underestimate the inner work and the intention that you're doing. That's just as important as the action there. I have another meditation in, coherence, thought, heart, and action. They can all be in coherence. All right. So I hope you enjoyed today's meditation. And there are just so many ways you can use forgiveness. And if people are interested, you can share what use case you have for forgiveness. Oh, actually, I have a fun one. So forgiveness, as you can see, it goes hand in hand with loving kindness and compassion. Because when you forgive, and it naturally will lead to loving kindness and compassion for whoever that causes you pain, because you just realize, oh my God, they're just suffering, and even maybe more so than the suffering they caused for me, right? And you just naturally have compassion, because when you are forgiving and you are kind, you have a lot of love to share and overflow through you, and that leads to the compassion towards this other person. You wish them to experience what you have experienced too, right? So that's why it goes hand in hand with loving kindness, and you can treat it like a cycle. You do the loving kindness practice that we did yesterday, and sometimes when situation arises in life, because everything is impermanent, right? You may not get a hang of loving kindness suddenly. It's hard to have that feeling arising. So in that case, you could always top with forgiveness practice. Depending on your situation, you can self-prescribe what meditation is the best for you at a particular moment in your life, because we go through different stages, and usually forgiveness will lead to breakthroughs to open your heart. And after letting go the blockages, and loving kindness naturally flows and arises. And when you think about a Cupid, immediately you have this warm feeling, right? So so this is another practice that you can practice together with loving kindness. And not just for loving kindness, forgiveness. Just a heads up, as you go longer in this journey of meditation, and there could be time, maybe a phase, that you're very obsessed with the practice, because it's like, oh my gosh, it's too good to be true. And you want everybody to do that. And you just want to progress more and more, since you already had some breakthroughs, and you just want to be doing more and more and very upset with a practice, which is a natural process, and it's okay. And at that time, you could also use forgiveness in that phase to forgive yourself for not progressing, or forgive yourself for being obsessed with a practice, and even forgive yourself for not being enlightened or awakened or whatever it is, or forgive yourself for anything. So this forgiveness meditation is really one of my favorite that you can do in your life for so many different situations, just because how practical, powerful, and versatile it is. So yeah, now you have this tool with you, and I hope you can take it with you wherever you go, and remember to use it. There's always situations that would be a good fit for the forgiveness meditation. All right, so as we are coming to a close of today's live stream, I forgot to do this, but let's do this one last time to come back to the calmness, and remember this, to take this with us after this live stream. All right. I hope you have a great rest of your day wherever you are, and I'll see you next time, which is tomorrow. I love you all. Bye.